Good morning. It's a time for another Minute with Mitch, and I am in Tampa, Florida at the SEI annual summit with a lot of the different money managers and a lot of the people at SEI who I work with on a daily basis. And many of you may know Steve Dolce. Steve is in the U.S. Equities Department at SEI and one of the managers for U.S. Equity. And you know, we're in some very interesting times right now, so I get a lot of information from Steve. Steve is going to be speaking today at our summit. Steve, what are some of the topics you're going to talk about, and where are we?
Mitch, good to see you.
Thank you.
Good to be here. Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about is the market and what we're seeing from corporate earnings. So the market, as we know, is forward-looking. It's a discounting mechanism. It's processing all this information we get from the economy, all the economic stats. And what we're seeing actually for earnings are actually holding up okay, so a little better than expected. The market's always taking a clue from expectations, what's priced in, and what are the actual numbers. So we've got, this week is a huge week for earnings. We've got about 45% of the S&P 500 on a market cap basis reporting earnings this week. Last week, as of Friday, we had about 22% of corporate earnings reporting, and the earnings are coming in better than expected, and that's why the market's been up the last couple of days. So earnings, 68% of the companies are beating expectations, and we're actually seeing really good numbers from consumers. So if you look at the airlines, Delta Airlines, Pepsi, and some of the Bank of America talked about the quality of consumers. So the consumer is actually spending, they're still spending, but one thing we're looking at is just the pricing. One thing was interesting, Pepsi had 17% prices that they're putting through. Their total revenue was 16%, so the volumes are actually a little flat, but they're getting a lot of pricing through. So again, just watching for earnings. This week is a huge week, 45% of the market's reporting.
Well, thank you, and Steve's going to be talking for about an hour with us later, so I'll have a lot more information to report back. And that's it for now. Thank you very much.